I won't do the dance, despite the music. Thank you for the music. Because my topic today is a little bit serious, but I do not want it to keep it very, very serious. So I would like to start with a small question. If you think about a financial center, what do you think about? Because my role here is to explain and a little bit to introduce the concept of a financial center of the next generation. So, until very recently, if you thought about having a financial center, you thought about the big ones. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, you name it. You think about the big banks, big insurance companies, AIG, Credit Suisse, that come to a given city, build an office, all the sad guys in uniforms come to that office every day and do their job, whatever it is. But I would like to give you an introduction to the concept of a financial center of a new generation, how to build it here in Poland, here in Poznań, in Warsaw, in Wrocław, in Krakow, wherever you are from, wherever you are watching us right now. So let me start with the idea of the financial centers ecosystem. The big ones, those companies that you have right at the end of your tongue when you think about a financial center, these are the companies in the very middle, the BFSI, as Bianca said, while introducing me. So banking, financial services, insurance companies. Those multinational companies that are present in every country. But apart from them, in a financial center, there is a very huge ecosystem of different kind of companies that help them to thrive. Those companies are both companies like SMEs, so small and medium enterprises, doing exactly in the financial sector, but also a bunch of other companies support business services that are needed in every city, in every place where there are those big international companies. So let's take a look at how this center looks like at this moment in Poland. So we have the big ones. Almost all of them are here. Besides me, you see data from an APSL report from 2019-2021. I gathered them all together so you have it on one slide. So there are over 50 BFSI centers in Poland at this moment. These were created by over 40 multinational companies. 8 out of 10, the big international largest investment banks are already present here in Poland. Not on this stage, of course, but with us here. They employ 44,000 people, mainly in Warsaw, of course, but that's, I might say, because I'm from Warsaw, that's just 22%, because there is also Krakow with 18%, Wrocław with 17%, and this sector is growing at a very fast rate. It's 10 times bigger as it was a decade ago. And do you know what's important? That the vision of those sad men going each morning to those big banks is untrue, at least anymore. The majority of people working in the BFSI sector are women. And that's also very important, and that's something that's characteristic for Poland. Apart from this sector, we have the financial SMEs, so the small and medium enterprises. Of course, you know already the notion of fintechs, so financial technological companies. So those small, sometimes medium already, companies that are helping business throughout introducing new tools, new facilities, new ideas, new technologies into the financial sector. And these are, of course, very important ones, but they are only a tiny share at this moment. Hopefully, in the future, there will be more of them, a tiny share of the whole SMEs financial companies in Poland. Because there are circa 300 plus actively operating fintechs at this moment. However, there are 11,000 SMEs active in the financial services. Altogether, if you look at the data from the Polish Statistical Office, you can see that those are running actively. They are helping those BFSIs in everyday operations. And those companies employ 42,000 people, out of which 7,000 are self-employed. These are not those kind of guys that, self-employed because of tax optimization. No, these are people that are the self-made man or self-made woman in this case, and they are doing the business. They are freelancers in the sector. And of course, the financial sector, as any other sector, needs those freelancers as well. Apart from this 11,000 SMEs offering financial services, there are 50,000 SMEs running actively auxiliary to the BFSI sector businesses. So everything that supports the BFSI to thrive, from insurance through managing operations to providing special business processing inside the financial sector. These are 50,000 SMEs already at this moment in Poland, mainly in Warsaw. 64% of them are in Warsaw. And over 1,000 people are employed over there. And here the share of those freelancers, those self-employed, is even larger because 40,000 are really self-employed. And this sector is also growing very fast. This sector is growing by 7% a year. That's really also a huge boost to the increase in the financial center in Poland. And then we have the rest. The rest without of which we could not have a financial service. I cannot give you any number here, a number of companies, because these are all the people, all the businesses that count, but are very hard, in my opinion, impossible to count. So this is all the people that are doing the real estate management, but also people that we meet every day who bring us our sandwich and lunch break, those people that serve us with a good glass of nice wine. I know that you are expecting it already because we are almost at the end of the conference here. So all those businesses that support the living of those that are working at the banking, financial services, and insurance, multinational big companies, they cannot survive without this last part of the onion that I draw on the slide. I talked about the financial center of the next generation. What is that? It is like putting a pyramid a little bit on the back side, not on the top because it will fall, but turning a little bit the table of the financial services and making the surrounding, the last part of the onion of the financial ecosystem that I was explaining at the very first place. So making the surrounding most important, the ecosystem most important to build a financial center. But this is not only about putting one company in front of the other. This is about a change in the way in which a financial sector is functioning, in which innovation processes change from process innovations to product innovations, of the values that employees do have. It's not only about the wage, it's about the quality of living. It's about what all the ecosystem provides you. And Such kind of a financial center, in my opinion, in my hope, is the future of Poland. Because we won't be London, we won't be New York, despite how much we would like to be. We would like, and that's our possibility, to become a financial center that's worth living in, and that has the creativity that is desired by the global financial companies. And about that, and this was just a teaser, we are preparing a report, and we presented it this year by ABSL and FinTech Poland about the future, because I showed you how the financial ecosystem looks like today, and we are working on it to show you how it will look like in the future and how it will look like if we decide to put a stress on promoting those new financial kind of services, new innovations, and a new way of life, the next generation of financial services. Thank you.